The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll begin by running the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. How about this?
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Richardson off the play fake. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Jones is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now it's Hill. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. There's Chris Olave. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. They're going for it. It's Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Off play action. Richardson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. On second down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Richardson working from the gun. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Richardson looking to throw this. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6. Hill looks to throw. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defensive player with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. First throw now for the backup Carr. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. To throw on 2nd down is Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll give to Williams, running right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Hill. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
6:37. 7:34. Get down.
From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a bit closer. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had a very solid 1st half, and as we near the end of that 1st half, Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Richardson looking to throw. And then he stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Richardson to throw off play action. That is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Across midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now it's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Back to the air with Richardson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Keeps himself upright. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A final shot before break. Hill. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Hill. And that's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Hill. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it. That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Hill on third down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the tough run gets it just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, here's Carr. Buying time to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. An inside give to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the shotgun, Richardson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now, the NFC Championship game, as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Richardson will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off of play action, Hill. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. To throw is Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. On 1st and 10, Hill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Jamal Williams, 26 yards. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Hill looking to throw for it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. Down the numbers. There he goes. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's number one goal is to throw that timing off.
Past the 20. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 67 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Richardson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their player was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Richardson now on third and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he is out of bounds. The 34. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw his car. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he goes out right around the 39.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Escaping the pressure right. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. 25 yards that time. So Charles, you look at this offense, they're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there? And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go play action with Richardson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Carr. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Carr. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw there complete to Hamlin.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing his car.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.